What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Thai Life channel. Back again with another episode of Let's Get to Know Your Nail Technician. And today I have an awesome special guest, a friend of mine. ZulaysNails is what you guys know her as her username on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, but AKA Zulay Guzman's, right? Did I say it right?
Guzman.
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 She's gonna get
Guzman.
at me, Guzman.
Yeah,
But
just think of El Chapo Guzman and you'll remember me.
yes, I will start thinking about that real
Uh-huh.
quick. Thank you for being here today. And I see you as like a sensational nail technician with some
Uh-huh.
really beautiful long nail design. And you've done a lot of people that are on social media that are very big also. And I'd love to hear you more about your story and how you get started. So the floor is yours.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. I'm a little nervous, maybe because it's kind
Don't
of early. But I'm ZulaysNails. I actually started like 13 or 14 years ago, and honey, it's been a long ride.
and
I stumbled across the nail industry before you asked me. I don't think I ever planned to be a nail tech. It just kind of like fell in my lap, which is the crazy part now that I'm saying it out loud because I'm like, dude, how the hell did I end up right here? Right? So, maybe I think I was in high school and they offered a manicure class there. And I was like, you know what? Let me take the class just so I don't got homework or whatever. And later on, I was like, oh, maybe I could do nails as a living. I actually got into nails for freedom. Because I had already had a couple of jobs where they'll be like, you can't have these days off. You know how it is at the workforce. They're
yeah.
like, bitch, you gotta come to work. And I was like, I was actually a single mom in high school.
Oh
And
wow.
so that kind of was the motive in me wanting my freedom or whatever, like schedule wise. And
Absolutely.
so I was like, you know what? I could be my own fucking boss, bitch. I'm already hardworking. So that's what kind of like made me come into the nail industry. But it was nothing like it is now. Back then people didn't get their nails done every 2 weeks. Or actually they did, but like for special occasions. So it was kind of harder.
Now, you as a young mother and stepping into this nail industry because of freedom, but let's be real, how hard was it for you to actually get your feet wet into the nail industry? And what year was this, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I got my license in 2013, I want to say. But when I was going to school was to like fresh out of high school. Because like
Wow.
I mentioned, I started a manicure course in high school, but I was fucking stupid. You know, when you're in high school, you don't know what the fuck you want in your life. So I was like, I'm just here for an A, honey, and no homework because I already got a kid at home with me. So maybe it took me like 2 years to realize, like, dude, you know what? Maybe I could do this as a job.
Oh wow. And then when you started out, like, do you like kind of have your own booth, or how, like, who
No, so I actually just told this story on my live the other day. How when I first started, I used to go to people's houses. Well, prior to that, I rented in a salon, a little fucking corner. And the dude there would act like he was my boss. Like he'd be like, "Where are you?" and da da da. Da. Until like he was such a dick. I was like, "Man, fuck you! I'm your fucking employee. I'm paying you rent or whatever, right? It's
yeah.
$100, but it's rent." So he was the worst experience I think that I ever had. And so one day, not to make the story too long, but one day he turned the lights off on me and my client. And I was like, you know what, bitch? Fuck you and fuck this door corner. I'm leaving. Because the location was terrible. So for any new nail techs out there, location is really important, especially if you're going to rely on foot traffic. Because I used to work in downtown LA where everybody's passing by, but they're like on their lunch. They're trying to get to point A to B or whatever, and there's the traffic, no, just kidding, the parking sucks ass. So I never had no clients, and this dude would fucking turn the lights off on me as soon as I did get one. I'm like, dude, what the hell? So That was my first experience, and after that, I just was on the go. I would go to people's houses, they'd come to mine, and stuff like that.
Wow, that is amazing. And I bet you when you mention like locations, everything, that's actually very hard for a lot of like beginners, nail tech, or anybody who wants to do like booth rental. It's hard because they always calculate, like, oh, do I have enough clients to support the rent, right? Because
Yeah.
nicer location means more money. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people kind of leans towards like the bad location because it's like, oh, it's cheaper, I can afford it. So
Yeah.
what give you the confidence to know like you know what, I can do this at a better location? And I mean, I know that is not something that like you learn right away. It takes years to like really
Mm-hmm.
build that confident, right?
Well, when I was working in that specific location, the parking was the worst part. And then I was telling my followers the other day, I'm like, dude, I used to pay $8 every day to show up and sit my ass in that table with no fucking clients. I was losing money. So there reached a point where I was like, dude, I need to get these people in here, sit down. Like, I need to touch someone's hands or whatever. So I went to the nail supply and I got myself nail polishes to give out free manicures. And even then, they wouldn't come. So I was like, girl, what did I get myself into? I was like stressing out, but it takes time to build your clientele. So once I left that place, I started to push on social media, which was Facebook. And I will tag everybody and their mama, like, shit, I don't care if I know you, bitch. Your friend or your friend is gonna see my post that I do $20 nails and they're gonna come. So that's how I started to get clientele for me to go to their house, which was also a horrible experience. Um, but you do gain a lot of good experience and um, experiences, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
From like
absolutely.
it's not all bad. In the
I
beginning, it's hard but it gets a little bit better. And where I work at now is still the hood, but
it's better
but
than when you started.
yes, I have my own little private room now and everything. Like people probably be like, "Girl, where the fuck you sending me to?" But once you make it inside, it's different.
That is a very awesome story that you just share. Is because like every nail tech have a different path. Like we might
Mm-hmm.
same thing, but like you're raising a young kid, you're hustling through the industry, you're finding freedom. I mean, not a lot of people see what you see about the nail industry because
Yeah.
when people look at the nail industry, they look at us just sitting at behind the desk, shaping, doing acrylic, but it's really
Mm-hmm.
that engagement, that connection, that how to build one stone after another stone to get where you at today. And you
Yeah.
was mentioning something about like being so aggressive on social media. And when you started, it was you say 2013. That is when the nail kind of like kicks off really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you capitalize on that social media part too? Because to me, I didn't start social media. I didn't look at social media as a business until like late early 2020, like during COVID time. But for
Mm-hmm.
you, you say, I'm just gonna post on Facebook, tag these people. I mean, that is a very smart entrepreneur marketing strategy as a nail tech. Can you share a little bit about that for me?
Well, I didn't make no money off of social media in the beginning, but what made me post was when I finally decided to quit my job and I was like, this is sink or swim, bitch. This is what I want to do. And I rented the place where I'm at right now. I had to pay $300, which was 11 years ago for rent.
Which is
And
that
mind you, you still have to pay your own personal rent. So I was like, girl, what am I gonna do? I thought I had enough plans because I used to be part time on the weekends. So I was like, girl, I got clients and I don't know what. So then I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna quit my job, fuck them bitches, because I work too hard for them and they don't appreciate. So if you feel like that, you are meant to be an entrepreneur if you are hardworking. So how to call it? I quit my job and I started renting this place, and I was like, girl, how am I gonna make this money? Like people will make appointments and leave me hanging. So I was like, bitch, if I'm shy right now, I gotta break the shell because this shyness ain't gonna bring me no clients, and my kid is not gonna eat.
right
So I was like, let me take my ass to McDonald's, Jack in the Box, anywhere. So the good thing was that I took a business course. So right before I got my license, I was actually going to community college for business management. So that kind of helped me a little bit too, to kind of like what I could do to promote. So I used what I learned in school because I actually paid attention a little bit. And I took my ass with little coupons everywhere. I would leave business cards wherever because that's something that my teacher told me. People are nosy as fuck. If they see a little thing, a little business card in the restroom, they're gonna grab it and they're gonna look and da da da, right? And then little by little, they're gonna start coming and referring. But it was a slow process. And then I think right before quarantine is when Instagram started to pay. But social media is not as like money making as a lot of people think. Like it's like one in a couple of thousands or whatever. But definitely, even if it's not paying you, you should still do it every day. You have to be consistent, especially if you want to grow your numbers, because you never know. A company could come and be like, oh, you know what? Let me give you free stuff or let me pay you. You never know nowadays with the social media.
Wow, that's like one of the best advice you guys can take from Zulay right now, because that's true. It's not about making the money, but it's just putting
Hmm.
yourself out there. And then
Yep.
when you make yourself feel important, people will value you and make yourself feel important.
Hmm.
One thing is like, I know you were mentioning about social media. So I know there's a lot of new beginners nail tech, and they always get discouraged about their work. And they always like, oh, I don't want to post my work because who's gonna look at it? I mean, what advice you can give them? Because we all start at dirt, ugly.
Hmm.
So
Just
what
post it,
advice can
bitch. Post your content. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect others to believe in you? Something that I always tell people is like I love to go back on Facebook because that's where I started and laugh at my pictures because I used to think I was a bad bitch.
you are, and you still are.
No, no, no. Back in
I
the
love it.
day,
I love your
you
energy.
need, dude, if you don't have fucking self-esteem, you better find it within you because you need to tell yourself, I'm a badass bitch. These nails are fire, but still stay humble where you're like, okay, I could improve. Because once you think you're too good, like, girl, good luck. Because I had a moment like that. I was hyping myself a little too much, and I was like, I'm gonna charge $50, no less than that, no basic nails, no this and that. Because I was like, bitch, I gotta make money. Invested in all these acrylics. I have to pay rent. Now the money gotta come in. But I had to get pulled from the fucking clouds I was up in there because I had no clients. And so I was like, fuck, bitch, it's not what I want, it's what the customer wants. And so that's when I was like, okay, fine. I need to gain the experience first, and later on, I could, like they say in Spanish, lo te pones los moños. Like, I don't know how to translate that. Like, later
It's
on, I guess you
good
could be
though.
picky with your clients or whatever.
You
So
know,
that's what I did. I was like, mm-mm, right now, bitch, I gotta eat. And these fancy nails ain't coming in, so I gotta do whatever there is.
I agree with you, because we always get ourselves into this like big head where like, oh, we the baddest bitch in doing
Mhm.
nails. We only expect clients to do this, do that. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, when you are dry out, you're gonna do whatever it takes.
Yup.
I
I
have
used
seen
to.
nail tech. I have seen nail tech who be like, I only want to do certain type of nail. I don't want to do pedicure no more. And then also when they start seeing all the pedicure coming in, they be like, you know what? Can I just do a pedicure? Because
I heard
you're like,
pedicures are where the money's
your
at,
bill ain't
actually.
waiting on you. You can wait on the nail, but your bill ain't waiting on you. Okay.
Exactly. I used to do body wraps, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them.
Yeah, yeah.
When my clients were getting their nails done, I used to do phone cases. I used to do everything. Because I'm like, one way or another, I need to pay these bills. But
Now,
definitely, you gotta motivate yourself. If you don't have support system in your home or your friends and family, because them bitches are not gonna support you. Let me tell you that those bitches are gonna scroll past your shit and not support. So you gotta do it to yourself.
I agree with you. And then, now that you experience, that cloud and humbleizing yourself, and then when you finally see a content creator who like follow that old path, I mean, what goes through your head when you stumble upon
When they're like, "What do you mean the old path? Like stuck up, like or what?"
no, like how we all had that moment where we feel like our nail works the best, and then we have all these rules and everything, and then
Mhm.
now we're like, I do any type of nails because money's money. And then when
Yeah.
see these new nail tech coming into the game, and they're like following all this clout, setting all these rules.
Oh, like no soak offs.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, bitch.
yeah.
Okay, I am
Tell
with
me
the
about
rules
that.
and boundaries. Like, I have my own rules and boundaries because, bitch, you're not gonna play with my fucking time. I hate when people leave me hanging or like don't communicate. So like, I'm cool with those boundaries with people having, but bitch, you're not gonna do soak offs, not even on your own work or filth. Girl,
That's
get out of
crazy,
here.
right?
I hate doing them too, but I'm gonna do it, girl. That's money, honey. You gotta pay for your time too. So if people want soak ups, do it. Angry. My dad always said, charge more for things you hate doing. So if the customer don't want to pay for it, then you don't gotta do it. But if they're willing to pay, at least you're being paid what you want, like the rate you want for something you're gonna be unhappy doing.
You know
And
what
how
I used to do is like every time I don't want to do a certain type of design or set, I just raise the price really high, and
uh-huh.
clients take it. I'm like, all right, I win because I'm still gonna do it. But
Mm-hmm.
the price is up there, because some design I'm like, I don't want to touch that. But if you're gonna pay me a good dime on it, I'll do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because something is oh no, I hate doing Frenchies, so don't ask me for that shit.
Hey, let's talk about the haters real quick because we love talking about the haters a little bit on this show.
Oh
So,
gosh.
because
Thankfully, I haven't really had too many haters that actually come out, but
come
like
out,
I was, yeah, like the haters are normally the silent watchers, they know everything about you, every move you do, but they don't interact. So it's like, dude, if you're gonna hate a little, at least hit the like button and you a fan at this point, you know my whole life. But like, I feel like haters are important too because they're the ones who kind of like make your life easier. That's the crazy thing
I
about them is
agree.
that they literally know everything about you. And it's like that's wild for you to know so much about somebody and you don't like them. That does not make sense, you know? But shout out to
It's
my
crazy.
haters who report me. Oh, because I've had people report me and I went to Instagram jail. That's how I ended up on TikTok.
So how
So
did
they,
you do for them to report you? Like what was that video about?
so I think it was a picture, but then I did deserve it too, because I like to be inappropriate.
I love your inappropriate personality.
Yeah, I'm inappropriate, and a lot of people be like, "Felicia, I'm professional." Like, first of all, Felicia, I don't work at corporate. I could be inappropriate if I want to, okay? You know?
Um,
But sometimes we need a little humor in our lives. So
uh,
that's why I'm like, I think baby Jesus sent me to this planet to be a little funny, bring people a little joy. And so are you. You're fucking hilarious. I love watching your shit. You know? Baby
thank you.
Jesus brought us to be different because sometimes it's like, dude, you're tired of the normal, the seriousness. You want a little difference. And so I try to bring that to my platform. And so one day I think I was selling a rose, the sex toy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just showing it because it's like discreet and stuff. And that bitch reported me. I'm like, girl, she was saying that something about nudity and pornography.
Mm.
I went to jail. I was like, fuck you. And then she
Hey,
followed me to the next Instagram because I have two. I have one for myself and one for my business. And she was right there talking smack. Like, yeah, like, girl, you enjoy this. Why you fucking eating? Just shut
right.
the fuck up and enjoy the show.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how like all these people that they against you, but it's funny they don't. That tells you like the logic that they have by watching your video. It's like they can't
Mm-hmm.
put together like how good you are as a person. You know what I mean? Like they don't realize like when you watch movies, people play a character. Some
Mm-hmm.
Me as a content creator, I like to play a character. But if you really watch content long enough, like I watch you long, you gotta know the person. And deep down, say, "Oh, this person's a very caring," and they put on this bullshit personality to make you laugh. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I think we have time at home raising kid, and then we pop out the camera trying to look all dumb so that y'all can have a good day. But they don't see it
Yeah.
like that, and they're seeing like all hate, like, "Oh, why is she getting so many attention? Why this person?"
Mm-hmm.
All these likes and comment, and all they do is talk about these BS. But they don't understand. You get this engagement because people already know your personality. They
Yes. And
already
another thing,
influence.
Another thing is they'll be like, "You're always talking shit about your clients," and da, da, da," because we make skits, right? Like joking, not
Yeah,
joking. And they're
absolutely.
like, you always talking shit about your clients. I'm like, bitch, no, I'm not. And my clients know I'll tell them bitch in front of their face too because they know I'm joking. They're like, it's a fucking joke.
You
But
know,
that's funny.
I was on a podcast recently, and I literally explained to them nowadays when you call someone bitch, it's like, "Hi, friend."
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Okay,
girl.
it's true. It's true. It's like
Uh-huh.
I didn't literally say like, "Man, you a fucking f b b b," right? But no, for real. But if I talk to my clients, sometimes I'm like, "Bitch, you know you better than that," but they laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Go with that. It's really how you take the words and you translate it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
people
that's true.
too serious.
And content creation, like or acting or whatever, is exhausting too. So it's like
Yes.
an extra job. I always tell people like I'm not gonna go live if I don't have the energy to perform, because people come to watch our content, especially the inappropriate or the funnies, the ones with humor.
Yep.
People come and watch our content to kind of like distress and forget a little bit of their life, what they're
Absolutely.
going through, and go ha 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 he 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 or whatever. And so if we're not going to be 100% with our energy, we can't do it. We can just turn it on if we're not feeling good.
I agree. And on top of that, to be honest, you like some of Zulay mentioned earlier. Sometimes being a content creator, they don't even pay us for the video. So sometimes
Hmm.
getting free life, free entertainment, free information, free knowledge. But then y'all out here thinking like, oh, this person is always talking bad about this, that. Like y'all so tune into one little clips of negativity,
Hmm.
take that clip and y'all grind with it. You know what I mean? Versus there's so many other positive clips that you put out and it just gets washed away. You know, so you got to give props to the content creator and especially as a nail tech. And mom, how many kids you have now?
I have one actual child. He's 17, and I have a fur baby. He's not here right now. I need to show
Oh,
his face.
I love. So, what is your next plan? What is your next plan and future plan? Like, do you have any more things you want to do? Because I know you always have.
That's a really good question. Actually, I at the moment I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do. I've actually been trying to figure that out myself because since I've already been in the nail industry for so long, I feel like I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what I want. I mean, I would love to have a school, like to become a teacher, maybe not like to give people licenses because that shit kind of boring.
Mhm.
I wanna like
Go
teach
away.
the fun stuff, the flower, the bows, and all that. But who knows? I don't know. The way this economy is, I'm not sure I can afford a school.
But I also
So
know
expensive.
I also know you have your own Zeus nail shop.
Yes,
So
so I do have my
tell
own
us about
product.
that.
So I have my own products. Look, I actually have one right here. I have some activators, holly gel. So that's why I like to teach people for free on my live, and entertain them at the same time, like using my products. Because in the beginning, people don't know what the hell to do with acrylics or polygel. So I like to teach them using like my stuff, my my product.
And if people wants to get your product, where can they go?
They could go to ZulaysNails.com.
Nice, nice. And so how many days do you work throughout the week at your location?
Oh, doing now? I
Yeah.
mean, honey, I work 24/7. Okay.
Wow.
Six, seven, seven.
6, 7. So do you still are you, and I noticed on your pay you say you're still taking in new
Yes.
clients.
So I go to LA, and so right during or at the end of quarantine, I ended up moving to where I live right now. So it's like 80 miles distance, honey. I'm
Wow.
like, girl, why do I even keep going? But I go twice a week for my loyal hosts. So for all those people who are like, you talk
I love you.
so I'm like, girl, they loyal and I will be loyal to them. So I drive my ass to them.
I love it.
And so that's why I only accept a little bit of new clients because I'm slow, number one. I do nails so slow, bitch, but they come out super pretty, so it doesn't matter. Um, and then during the week, I do content here in my house. I do lives for my products and stuff. But for nails, I can only handle twice a week because that's too much driving right there.
That is awesome. I know you're a very busy person, and I probably picking up your schedule, and you're giving your time for this
Yeah, you saved
podcast.
me from the gym.
I know, and I had to skip gym for that too.
Woo, thank
Any
you.
advice you want to give to the next gen or the people who's doing nails right now? One good advice you can give them.
Damn, I had already planned what I was gonna say and I forgot.
Is
But
that happens to me? That's the age.
yeah, that's always happened to me when I'm put on the spot. I forget, like, what the hell was I gonna say? So, for any of you guys who are starting to do nails, just fucking do it, bitch. Use your haters or non-believers, because everybody got these, like, you're gonna do nails? That's not a real job. That's what they used to tell me. Use that as motivation to keep pushing. And remember, the money's not gonna come right away. If you're in it for the money, you're gonna be very disappointed because it's gonna take you at least like 2 years to really make some profit. And just stick around. Everything is either you want to be a rock or a diamond because diamonds are built through pressure and a long time to become a diamond. Because I'm a diamond bitch. I'm a diamond.
Man, there you have it. Thank you so much, Zulay, for taking the time and just making this podcast really fun and raw. I love that.
No, thank you for inviting me. I was so excited. I'm like, bitch, I'm nervous, but I could talk forever.
Hey, so am I. And definitely this is not gonna be our first and last, okay? There's
Okay.
more upcoming. Once we get to know more, we got more teas to share. I'm sure we have a lot.
Hell yeah. Shit, 11 years of work right there.
Flex on that. And you guys make sure you go follow her on all her social media, ZulaysNails, and check out her shop, y'all, because she is one and only raw Hispanic nail tech. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much for inviting me. This was so much fun.
I'm glad you
Have a
like
good
it.
day.
But you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, you too. Bye.
Bye, love.